Do you think they are?
They are not, I said.
Now, a research was carried out to find out the effects of fasting among Muslims, obviously with the intention that they will find out the damages done to the health, and then they'll highlight them and tell the whole world, look at this religion, The type of fasting it promotes is detrimental to human health. And the published report says they were surprised, they were astounded to discover that fasting left healthier people behind it than comparatively ill and sickly people. So go after this scientific evidence. The evidence of a people who would not distort facts for the sake of Islam. See, on the whole, it is fasting which takes care of many excesses of the rich people particularly, and the have-alls who benefit so much from fasting. Because if they had not gone through the mill of fasting, they would not realize the suffering of those who have nothing. The suffering of the ill, the suffering of the hungry. And also their excesses against themselves by eating too much fat and things is rectified during the course of fasting. So they emerge lighter in body and stronger in soul. What is wrong about that? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Fine?
Thank you very much. I'm aware.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hazur, the next questioner is Mr. John Dawson from Dunstable.
I have to correct my statement. Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Awwal, that is the first caliph after Hazrat Masih Maud Islam, was second in spiritual leadership because he came after Hazrat Masih Maud Islam. So that hovered in my mind when I said the second head of the Ahmadiyya community. When we refer to the term head, we mean Khalifa. We will not include the founder. So he was the first head of the Ahmadiyya community after the demise of the founder. Thank you very much for reminding me. Please.
Thank you. Greetings, and thank you for your hospitality today. A simple question: what are the views of Islam on the subject of euthanasia?
Yes.
I say a simple question.
That's right.
I appreciate that there are degrees such as self-inflicted voluntary euthanasia with assistance by others, and euthanasia decided and effected by others, and the withdrawal of ordinary means to sustain life and the withdrawal of exceptional means to sustain life.
You see, the issue of euthanasia is a principal issue of who possesses the rights of life. Who is the master of life here on earth? Man is not the master of his own life according to all religious philosophies. He is only a trustee of life. And as such, no religion promotes suicide. Apart from those so-called religions which are philosophies but godless philosophies. In regular, orderly, conventional religions, everywhere suicide is taken to be a crime against God. Because He is the giver and He alone has the authority to call back life when He so desires. So that is why euthanasia or any act of murder are classed together. Moreover, there are so many complications and dangers attendant upon accepting this as a legal method of taking life that you will in fact invite murder and disorder in the society. And in the name of euthanasia, many crimes would take place which will appear in a shady area where it will be very difficult to determine whether a crime had been committed or a normal request had been acted upon. Euthanasia also raises some questions about happiness and sorrow suffering and relief and peace and disturbance and so on and so forth. Man moves between these two ends, and this is life. In some areas, the distance between the two is smaller and narrower. In some areas, bigger and broader. And the level of tolerance of each individual is different from others. He has his own level of tolerance. So there's so many factors which cannot be scientifically determined to help people decide whether, in this case, it is a fit plea, acceptable plea or not. So, according to Islam, things should be left to God. If a man suffers beyond his tolerance, what man has in his power is to use means at his disposal to alleviate the suffering. Some powerful drugs can be used. Some homeopathic treatment, I know, is so useful in the alleviation of pain and burning, sense of burning, in the terminal cases of cancer, that sometimes a single dose works like magic. So God has created a life of challenge for us. If there is suffering, there are also answers to suffering. So instead of following the right course to find an answer, if we short-circuit it and start taking lives, that would be playing God on earth. So Islam doesn't, subscribe to this manner of taking lives. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hadhrat, next questioner is Mr. Gulzar Ahmed from Walsall, Birmingham.
Walsall. Where is that?
It's in Birmingham.
9 miles from Birmingham.
Right.
To be precisely.
Right.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Ahmed from Birmingham for bringing me here to see and feel what I have seen here.
Thank you.
Because I have only heard of that before, till today. But if everywhere is peace and love is like from Ahmadi brothers and sisters, the world would be a very nice place to live.
Thank you so much for the compliment.
Right. I have 2 questions. One is only 20%. One is 80%.
If you permit me, I've already spoken of justice, haven't I? So when I didn't permit an earlier speaker to ask 2 questions together,
yeah, the reason I said 2.
Permit you to do that.
No,
please.
there are only 1 question. One is 20%, one is 80%. Because I'm here after so many.
Very clever of you.
Now, because I am here after so many questions.
Go ahead.
My question has been asked already, and 80% of the first question has been answered.
Please.
Right?
Thank you.
Right. What is the contribution of Ahmadi Jamaat?
What is
the contribution
of Ahmadi Jamaat towards what?
Peace.
Towards peace.
Yeah, that is 20% I want to know.
The most important thing which the world needs today is a rectification of attitudes and establishment of absolute justice. This is fundamental to the question you have asked, central to the question you have asked. How can peace be built? On what platform?
That's what I'd like to know.
You see, that is it. And if you remember Reagan, or was it Bush, who declared that we are going to usher a new era of peace in the world. A new world order would be created. Immediately after that, I delivered a sermon inquiring from him. Of course, I knew even if the voice reached him, he wouldn't stoop low enough to answer me and take me seriously. But the question still stands. It's a very vital question. On what platform do you propose to build peace? To my knowledge, peace can only be built on the platform of absolute justice. There is no other way. Whatever you may try, first you have to make the foundation of peace, which is absolute justice, then peace will follow willy-nilly by itself. So that is my answer to your question. We are